So this David guy comes out doing a really weird thing. I got curious about his birth chart because who does that? People are weird. Anyways, I'm really interested to know what is going on in his astrology chart. Mind you, this is a very young guy. He was born 2 hours ago on March 28, 2005. So what can we learn about his birth chart? He is coming in as an Aries sun and Scorpio moon. So automatically we know that his Mars is very strong in his birth chart because it's ruling the primary planets in his natal chart, which is the sun and the moon. The sun being your energy vitality, the moon being your intuitive compass. So being very Mars heavy, we're going to take a look at the health of his Mars is what I call it. How healthy is his Mars? Well, his Mars comes in at 5 degrees of Aquarius. So how does Mars do in Aquarius here? I want to say that Mars can be very compromised when it is in the house of Aquarius, because Aquarius almost like tunes out what's appropriate in society, what is the social norm. And so it can have a very vague, weak, or undeveloped idea around socially acceptable actions. So for someone like this, they're going to be very heavily involved in communities, have probably a prominent role as Aries becomes a leader. And so this makes a lot of sense to me on this person having just kids following him and having an influence. I understand that he made a very popular song, which is more shocking because that song is basically a diary, we're coming to find out. Now, what would make a person do this? And again, I'm still on this journey of assessing the health of his Mars. So when you look at his North Node and South Node, he has the North Node in Aries, which means that the South Node is in Libra and his South Node is conjunct Jupiter. So you're looking at a person who is going to walk through extreme codependency. You have a person who is going to face soul contracts, unavoidable. You're going to have to face certain people that you have had karma with in a past life. And he's young. So this was likely his first experience in dealing with a relationship with a young baby. Literally a child. So now we can see that he's coming from a more feminine frequency and that Mars Aries energy is very new to him. So I'm looking at a person or a soul who is trying to gauge what masculinity looks like for him in this lifetime. He's a guy who is put in the position of leadership through his strong independence, seemingly. But now, what are his measures of what makes him feel like a strong man? Okay, that was all under review. That was the course. That was a curriculum in this lifetime. It makes sense to me that a Mars in Aquarius was so tone deaf that it got aggressive and oops, accidentally took away a person's free will. Indefinitely. That makes sense to me. Because again, Aquarius energy is kind of like defining the odds of the community. Mars is like, what can we do here? So I'm looking at a very tone deaf person who can really silence their feelings over being incessant, obsessive about having to do something. So you have an immature masculine frequency within him. It was his job karmically to mature his masculine energy to a point that is healthy and karma free. Obviously, he did not do that. If the truth is that his allegations are correct, then okay, it makes sense. You didn't pass the test in this lifetime, but you can try again later. You can try in another lifetime. This is David, the singer who sings the very popular song. This is my dissertation of his birth chart.